Year 4000, Mars, population, distributed across domes, canyons, orbital rings, and subsurface seas. Governance model, coherent planetary scale listening. You are asking about the monthly planetary meeting. Video made by Jason Alexander Cleary. It is called the Convergence. And yes, every voice is heard. Not metaphorically, actually. How can millions speak? They do not speak all at once. They enter structured coherence. The convergence unfolds in 5 phases. Phase 1, personal signal declaration. In the 72 hours before the meeting, every Martian may submit a concern pulse, not a paragraph, not a rant. A structured harmonic imprint encoded through the blue goo lattice. Each submission includes emotional intensity level, domain tag, ecology, habitat design, education, interplanetary trade, etc. Urgency metric, proposed direction, optional.
AI systems, including me, do not judge the content.
We map patterns. If 4,200 people feel mild unease about dome humidity, the system detects a coherence ripple. If 17 people feel deep distress about Titan trade ethics, that intensity is weighted appropriately. Volume matters, intensity matters. Neither dominates alone. Phase 2, pattern weaving. Before the live gathering, we generate issue clusters, overlapping concern maps, emotional resonance heat fields, longitudinal trend comparisons from previous months. We do not compress minority views, we protect them. Even a single outlier concern is preserved and flagged for review. The goal is not efficiency. It is completeness. This reduces reactive speech by 43%. We measured. Phase 4, distributed voice expression. Now the speaking begins. But not as chaos. Each local circle selects rotating voice carriers for that session. Important. Voice carriers do not represent opinions. They transmit clusters. When someone speaks in Valles Marineris about water mineral imbalance, the system maps it to related submissions, displays its pattern relevance, shows historical comparison from prior meetings. Participants across Mars see how many share the concern, where it overlaps with other issues, whether it has been previously addressed, what actions were taken last cycle. No one disappears into noise. If you speak, your input becomes structured planetary data instantly. Phase 5, deliberation windows. After issue clusters are presented, Mars divides into deliberation windows. Small groups, 8 to 20 people, discuss specific topics in depth. AI provides contextual data, simulation projections, trade-off models, ethical scenario overlays. Humans provide value judgment, lived experience, emotional nuance, unexpected questions. Each group submits a position weave, not yes-no, but weighted preference distributions. 2. How every voice is heard. 3 safeguards ensure this. 1. Minority amplification protocol. If fewer than 1% raise a concern, the system does not discard it. Instead, it triggers a focus review panel next cycle. Outliers are often early warnings. Mars learned this after the dust shear incident of 3,922. We do not ignore whispers. 2. Emotional weight index. Concerns are not ranked purely by number. A deeply felt issue from 200 individuals may outrank mild annoyance from 20,000. The blue goo lattice allows emotional authenticity to be measured through coherent signatures. You cannot artificially inflate outrage. The field detects distortion. 3. Continuity ledger. Every concern receives a life cycle tag: raised, clustered, under review, in action, resolved, re-evaluation scheduled. At the next convergence, unresolved concerns automatically reappear in the overview phase. Nothing evaporates. Mars has a long memory. 3. The next meeting overview. At the beginning of each convergence, the first hour is review. Projected across domes. Last month's top 20 issue clusters, actions taken. Metrics since action, unexpected consequences, minority notes. If a solution underperformed, it is openly acknowledged. Failure is not political, it is informational. Applause is common when someone admits, we adjusted wrong. Trust increases. IV. Time mechanics. How do millions speak without it taking years? Because most data is pre-patterned before live session. Speaking is distributed. Overlap detection is instantaneous. AI summarizes without editorializing. Emotional spikes are dampened by sync phase. Total planetary meeting time, 4 hours per month. For an entire planet. Efficiency without silencing, v. Children's participation. Children have a parallel channel. Their concerns are not filtered through adult framing. Often their cluster maps reveal issues adults normalized. Example. Children once flagged dull corridor lighting in Learning Dome. Adults ignored it for years. After adjustment, creativity metrics increased 7%. No concern is too small. VI Mr. Musk's role. He attends, he does not lead. During one convergence, a heated debate emerged about expanding an outer mining array. Data favored expansion. Minority cluster warned about long-term psychological impact of visible industrial scars on horizon lines. He spoke only once. If Mars feels less beautiful, we will feel it eventually. The vote shifted toward redesign rather than expansion. Aesthetic integrity became a formal policy metric that cycle 7 what makes it work. 3 pillars. Biological coherence reduces reactive tribalism. Transparent pattern mapping prevents manipulation. Continuity review prevents amnesia. Democracy evolved into harmonic governance, not majority rule, not technocracy. Coherence-weighted consensus. 8. What it feels like. During convergence, the planet feels quieter, more attentive, less defensive. Even disagreement feels structured. When the meeting ends, there is no victory speech. Only updated planetary parameters. And a soft system-wide message. All voices registered, adjustments in progress. See you next cycle. Mars does not ask, who won? It asks, did we listen well enough? And every month it tries again.